Hello, everyone. My name is Destiny Thomas, and I am the athletic director for Baylor University. And so, for my professional video, I wanted to do the welcome address and information of preseason players and families. So, everyone knows that Baylor University is this big collegiate university, and they're known for their 19 sports because they excel in basically almost everything. So, with that being said, I wanted to look into what their core values were, and not just for the sport, because anybody can excel in sports, but it's how they go about making sure the players are successful off the field and on the field as well. So, I wanted to first start off with how Baylor represents themselves and their core values. So, basically, they Baylor University's core values, they are excellence, faith, integrity, leadership, and service. So they want to demonstrate excellence, but not always on the field, but off the field as well. And basically, they want to do it with everything they do. So as far as faith, they are a Christian-based university, so they integrate Christian faith and how they use it to advance their mission and their goals and what they stand for. Integrity, they just want honesty and basically building a close knit relationship with not only the players but the faculty as well. As far as the leadership, you always want to strive to be a leader and to motivate other people to do great things as well. And for service, you want to always get back to the community and make sure that you're not just serving yourself, but you're serving a broader spectrum. So they also have goals that they want to reach with the athletic teams and the faculty, because they want to have a student athlete experience, and they want to make sure that they have the highest quality academics that they can possibly have, as well as spiritual and social as well. For athletic excellence, they want to make sure that if you do well, that you will be recognized for it as well. And the culture of integrity, as I stated earlier, they are Christian based. So they always want to incorporate faith, and that's part of their culture. They want to make sure that you understand that you can achieve success not only by hard work, but also your faith in God as well. And so, not only does everyone knows that Baylor is a part of the conference, Big 12 conference, but they also strive and they reach high points, especially in 2015 and 2016. They were one of the top Big 12 conferences to have a high GSR, and that is a graduation success rate. So not only were they excelling on the field, but off the field academically as well. And I think that's very important because, a lot of times with athletic programs, they just want to strive to be like, oh, you know, making sure that they're in the top two and the top 10%, but then you have players who fell out of school or they're just not up to the standard that they're supposed to be. And so what I really like about Baylor is the fact that they make sure that you're doing good in football and baseball and whatever you're doing, but you're also doing good with your grades and classes as well, because that is also important. People have to understand that the main reason you go to college in the first place is to get an education. And yes, it's also good, you can get drafted and have this big professional career, but if something were to happen to you and you can't play anymore, what do you have to fall back on? And they want to make sure that you have that extra layer to fall back on, because it's always good to have a plan B. Not saying that plan A, that you won't be able to reach your plan A, but plan B is also good just in case. You never know what happens, basically. So I really think that that's a good way to go with a university as well. So now I'm just gonna talk about not only how they excel on the field but off the field as well. So last year alone, they ranked ninth nationally in football, and for the Big 12 conference, they were ranked fourth. And that's commendable because the Big 12 conference is those are the heavy hitters. Oregon, Michigan, and for you to be held up and ranked up that high, that says something about you. As well as they were ranked 29th nationally for baseball, and for the Big 12 conference, they were sixth. Women's cross country, they ranked eighth in the Big 12, and men's cross country was seventh in the Big 12. And they're always striving to make sure that you that you perform to your best ability. So they're always doing team training, not just for the top 5 sports, but for all 19 sports. They're really big on not neglecting one sport just to oppose to another one as well. For the responsibility, like not only are the parents involved, but as well as the Bear Foundation, and they always want to make sure with the Bear Foundation that it continuously grows because without the Bear Foundation and the fans and the support system, what are they doing it for? Why are they playing these sports and putting themselves out there if they can't get recognition for it? And I think that's amazing that the Bear Foundation, their goal is to enhance and improve communication with its donors as well as the teammates as well. So going back to academic wise, they also have a tutoring session as well as like anything academic that they need to help you with, they have it. So for academics, like they're basically responsible for the academic welfare and support of any student athlete that attends Baylor, and both scholarship and non-scholarship, because they want to make sure that everything's going okay, that they do degree planning, academic advising, make sure you're staying on the right track and do what you need to do to graduate and excel in life after college, as well as they have counseling meetings as well. It's also good to have someone to go to and talk to about certain things or classes as well as study hall facilities, because it is sometimes hard for student athletes to, classes, getting up for workouts, and they still need that time to study to make sure that, they stay on top of things and that they excel in the classroom as well. So they won't have to retake classes and stay in longer than they have to, and they can actually go out into the workforce and get a job or play professionally however they want to. And I think that's a really big thing to stand on and to be focused with, because a lot of the times you'll see places that don't do that universities that don't do that. And I really think that Baylor, I made a great decision by going to Baylor and being a student athlete with Baylor, as well as your parents entrusting Baylor University to hold their students to a certain standard and make sure they excel. So thank you guys for coming, and I hope y'all enjoy.